What's up, guys? What's up? Oh, man. Oh, long day after work. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? So, I think we'll have a decent live tonight. Hope all your guys' weeks was good. Okay, so let's get started. Now, like I said in my title tonight, is dating single mothers always an absolute no? Well, I'm going to react to this a podcast that's pretty much talking about single mothers. And yo, what's up? What's up, bro? Rami, what's up? Thank you for stopping by, bro. So, before we get started watching tonight's video, I want to preface this with a bit of my thoughts on single moms. I've always felt single moms are just a red flag. They're a red flag. I've always believed red flags do not mean an absolute no. Red flags is that you should be aware what's a red flag. You should be aware that, you know what? This is a red flag. Is this too much? Should I not go to this? Should I not entertain this red flag? Because I don't want to ignore red flags. So there are definitely good single moms out there. Definitely. But you have to understand what are the benefits, what are the cons, right? What are the pros and cons of dating a woman with children? The problem with a lot of modern day women with children is their attitude. It's how they treat men that come into our life. It's not necessarily because they have kids. It's because these single moms have higher standards than women without children. That's the thing where I'm never saying like, oh, single moms, absolute no. Don't ever date them. No. Recognize the red flag. Recognize that them being a single mom is already one red flag. Now you have to understand what are the other red flags. And then process it and see that, you know what? She's just too big of a red flag. There's too many red flags. I can't deal with it. The problem with a lot of relationships and problem with how men go in about things, we ignore red flags. We ignore them, and then it doesn't pan out well for us. That's why I've never said, oh, if she's a single mom, absolutely no, don't ever date her, because I've dated some single moms. But just so happens that, you know what? They've proven how big of a red flag they are. So we'll talk a bit more about that. We'll get into that. Hopefully, you guys will enjoy. Hopefully you guys will enjoy. Thank you guys for stopping by. Thank you guys. All right, so this is an interesting video. Anton Daniels, I think the guy's cool. I really like him. So hopefully, it'll be a good video. Let's check this video out. Hopefully you guys like it.
If you guys watched episode season 1, you saw a very controversial conversation about step-parenting, where Anton had a conversation about stepfathers being crash dummies. Step crash dummies is what he likes to call them. Thanks for the correction.
Hate it all.
Anton, can we talk about your...
That's an upgrade. You hated it even after you watched it? Yes, because I don't agree with it.
Well, okay, let's talk about this. Let's talk about the foundation of what you believe, and we'll talk about what we don't agree with. Anton, what is it about? Why don't you like men being stepfathers?
I don't think that it's a benefit. First of all, if you just frame it, right, and you say, okay, well, this guy, he took care of his business his whole life, and he did the right thing, and he didn't have any children out of wedlock, and he literally had the ability to pick and choose anybody that he wanted, right? Why would he go and choose to take care of another man's kid who is at some point going to say, you're not my daddy? Like, why would it removes the responsibility from the woman from choosing the guy that she's supposed to be with in the first place. Because most women have skipped over the man that she's supposed to be with.
Right.
Most of them.
Right.
And then on top of that, you then have to go back and forth with another dude that's going to always be tied to her through that kid. Because essentially, that is marriage.
Right.
Right? You're
Having
married. Yeah, you're married to that woman through the kid because you're never going to be able to detach from each other.
What happens if the dad not around? Because a lot of these niggas be leaving.
She need to go back to the baby.
But then he left.
Well then she gotta wait because that shouldn't be somebody else's. But here's the thing.
So she gotta wait till they get grown.
No. Listen, this is what I'm saying. That is not another dude's responsibility. She gotta figure that out on her own. Now, if she can finesse a dude into getting with her and doing it on that time, then that's a whole other conversation. I don't see the benefit. Nobody is ever.
So glad we're all individuals and everybody has their own opinion. I'm so glad that everybody don't think like you.
Why not? If people thought like me, women would think twice about the man that they chose to have children.
I don't. So this
I feel like at the end of the day, you never know people's circumstances, what they're going through, or what's happening when those babies are being made. I mean, you can say you want to have the best mindset and make the best decisions, but in reality, that's not right. So it's like that's like being make believe land. What you're saying, real life happens. Mm-hmm. So that world you're talking about is make believe world because that does not happen. Look how many. Not that it's a good thing, but look how many babies are born out of wedlock. Look what's going on in the time that we're in. This is a different time from the past. A lot of times when you guys have those mind frames, you're thinking about how things were so long ago. That's not even the world that we're living in anymore.
That's why we want to make America great again.
We can.
You cannot just sit here and say that shit.
That's why we want to make America great again. Because think about it. The more that we are left up to our own devices and get away from the core of what we're supposed to be doing in the first place, the worse off it gets. The reason?
That's exactly. This is the problem. I've said this. The idea, I said this in the beginning. The idea that she's a single mom is not necessarily the problem. It's that what comes along with it. Fine, you made a mistake. You had a baby out of wedlock. You chose the wrong guy. Okay, cool. But why do you also have to be aggressive? Why do you also have to have an attitude? Why do you also have to treat a man like he's shit? Why do you also have to have high standards? Why do you also like put a man last on your priority list? The problem is not because she's a single mom. It's because of all these other stuff. That's the problem that comes along with it. So being a single mom is, yes, one red flag. But if it's the only red flag, that can be, worked around. The problem is it's really not always the only red flag.
A lot of people with more information than we've ever had before continue to go down this dark path. We know for a fact that a child raised in a single parent household has less of an opportunity to be great, more of a probability to need therapy, more likely to go to jail, less likely to go to college, more likely to have debt and be asking the government for student loan forgiveness. We know that is the pathway more than likely.
You dealing with
I come from black. I come
We
from a two-parent household.
know this.
being born black, period.
We know
You be
this.
born to a two-parent household.
That's nonsense.
That is
I was born
so
to live
true.
like everybody else, and that ain't my circumstance or any of the people.
Because you made it different for yourself.
No, I didn't. It's because I was raised in a two-parent household, even though we were poor. But that don't mean nothing. Because I'll go into that in a minute. But my point
You need
is,
a microphone. Hold on.
but my point is that even with all of the information and the technology and being able to look in hindsight, y'all still choosing to do it. This is not something that anybody is making y'all do. Y'all choosing to have children.
We're not making them men have babies for the kids. It takes two. It's not this.
Y'all choosing to do it.
Let me
ask her a question. Why would a woman have a child out of wedlock? Why would she choose to do that?
How about I'm gonna take it back to what I say every time. Like you said, you grew up in a two-parent household. You probably was taught something a totally different way. Imagine being me, born in a household where my mom is a single parent and there are different baby daddies. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm growing up where auntie's doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Everybody not married. Everybody not with, not with the person that they had kids with, but then you still find your way. You move through life. You do what you have to do. Let's say you find you a man that loves you for you and love your babies, and you do have kids that are from another man. You feel me? But the situation didn't work. You said because I made a bad decision and had a baby by a guy that decided he wanted to whoop my ass. Now I can't find love and
Oh,
That don't make sense. That's crazy.
No.
Chulo, what you say?
So, you know, I chose to be a stepmom, right?
Right.
True. It matched my aesthetic, right?
It makes my aesthetic is crazy.
It's not second place.
Second place? That's what aesthetic? I was a single father, right? I was a single father of a girl. You know what I'm saying? I was a girl dad, so it was a little different, right? I always wanted a boy. I wanted to know what it was to actually raise a man, you know, and all this other thing. So when I actually met the woman that I decided to marry, I was like, okay, cool. You know, she came from the son, you know, and I already understand that it's a two-parent deal. You know, you don't want to be in those situations where, you know, I'm with your mama, but look, nigga, you on the side.
Yeah.
So it's one of those situations.
Got to kick over a sport.
Like
Snoop did.
Yeah. It was, so, you know, at the same time, her son.
You ain't my daddy. I hate you.
Her son was 4, my daughter was 4. So a lot of things met. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things met. I'm like, listen, it'll be dope if my daughter have somebody to be around. You know, that way it's not, hey, please my child.
Yeah.
It's not please me.
Yeah.
You know, it's a game of a game.
Yeah.
Versus saying, okay, listen, we can get in there, we can see how it really is. Because you know how kids can start taking their parents' side to realistic things of what they do.
I think that this conversation skips over something that's important. And the important part that it skips over is bringing that step parent into the household can create the household into a two-parent household. Yeah, that's what happens if a single mother gets married. Now you're in a two-parent household. And when you have that two-parent household, like you just said, statistically, we know what the numbers look like differently. We don't say the numbers are a two-parent household biologically all the time. It's a two-parent household. So me marrying my husband and him having 2 kids, the kid's experience, he's asleep right now, but I woke his ass up, he'll tell you. His experience with us at our house is going to differ than the experience that he gets at his mom's house with his stepfather. You know?
It's kind of like cable, okay? You on high-speed internet. Your child is you on high-speed internet, and your child is the house.
Okay.
Okay.
Everybody use the house phone.
Exactly. You don't like the kid.
Oh my God.
If we got to be honest, that's a fact. If we got to be honest, like I hate step fools, step daddies, step moms.
We can tell.
We can tell.
Once again, I'm glad people have individual thoughts.
He went into that mode of what movie was that one? Dog was like, I hate everything black. I hate black. I hate piano too. If you want to see it,
you want to get it.
Stepfathers ain't nothing but the first move.
Can I ask you guys this though? Why do you guys put that emphasis on stepdaddies and not stepmoms?
Oh, stepmama's worse. They the worst people in the world.
Let's talk about why. So you can get ate the fuck up.
The worst person in the world, Cinderella.
Okay.
Her stepmama
Right.
was treating her bad.
This nigga went to a Disney movie, bro.
I'll take place. Stepmama, the reason why they are one of the worst people in the world is because they don't love you until you come over. If you don't come over, you don't hear from them. Don't call you, they don't text you, none of those.
Let me tell you why you're wrong.
Stepmama,
My kids.
stop using yourself.
No, I would always use my example because I am the example for the people. My kids. Show do.
You use yourself as an example.
Show do. And he a millionaire. These niggas majority broke.
No. Let's be real. I say that to qualify myself to be able to have this conversation. That's why I do it. But I don't use myself.
Well, I'm qualifying myself to
But y'all
have
do
this
know,
conversation.
realistically speaking, everybody is not going to be married. Y'all do know that, right?
Yeah, that's the
like,
problem.
I do know that it's 200 women to every one man.
Yeah.
Like, can we just play the numbers game for a minute? Do y'all know that?
It's
200. Okay.
He wasn't the person that was compatible. The main difference is, because hear me out. This is no. Can we have this conversation? Because in the last episode, pause one at a time. In the last episode, we had a conversation about women's rights, birth control, and things like that. And now in this episode, we're talking about motherhood, why you having this man baby and things like that. You having this man baby because some women feel like if there's a child growing in me, I'm not going to abort it. So you fucked up and you got pregnant by a loser, pookie picking ass nigga, and now you're going to have that child and you're keeping that baby. That's what happened. Well, we're gonna what's this, y'all? That's how babies are made. If this is a penis and this is a vagina, this is how babies are made. We're gonna stop acting like it takes being in love, you knowing somebody, and everything else to do this. Y'all sleep with people on the first night after knowing that. And you get shot. If you get the club shut up, you might get pregnant. If you get pregnant and you decide to keep that baby, you are definitely making a choice, and you are definitely making the choice to say, I'm gonna have to either deal with this man forever, I'm gonna be a single mom. And we're not gonna punish the women. We are not gonna punish the women that actually sat up here and said, you know what? I'm not gonna kill God's creation. I'm gonna stand 10 toes on the fact that this is my baby. You definitely have, but you're doing enough.
That's the thing where you still get the consequences. This is the problem with a lot of this is why, like I said, the problem is not just because she has a child. No, this is the insanity that women. This is the problem with a lot of single moms. The red flag. It's not because the only red flag is that you have a child. No, there's so many other things. Lack of accountability. You think that you deserve. You don't. There should be no consequences to your actions. That's the problem where you see it constantly. Especially with these single moms, especially with women that clearly did something stupid. Clearly. She had sex with a man she doesn't want to be with for the rest of her life. They gave that man a child. The most precious thing you can give a man, a child. And you think that there's no consequences to those actions? That is why a lot of men will say you are a red flag. Not just because you have a child. That's one. But you lack so much accountability. You can't even comprehend, I made a mistake. So, you know what? There's consequences to those mistakes. Period. It's like you can't recognize. You think that, oh my God, who cares? I should not get consequences. Bad shit shouldn't happen to me. Bad shit will happen to you.
You know how much fucking time a kid take, bro? You know how much energy a kid take?
This is tap in. These bum ass niggas, they will leave the situation right early on.
Yeah.
Super early on.
Yeah.
I hate bum ass niggas.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't a man, you ain't a man if you ain't taking care of your situation. And the way I hate, I will then take care of just to show, nigga, this is what you did wrong.
Yeah.
This is what you did wrong. Watch what I'm gonna do with this boy, and I'm ain't that boy who he is. He's still $2 million in this account at 14 years old.
Period.
And that's something his father.
I'm never
Watch this.
Why did he thought the way you thought? That young man will never be sitting the way that he's sitting now if he thought the way you thought. Because you feel like it's not that baby. He has to that baby. That baby. Okay, hold on. Okay, go ahead.
When do y'all take accountability? If all these dudes have balls now all of a sudden, when do you look at yourself and say, damn, well, maybe my pussy a home shit?
Well,
I don't know. That's not what it is.
If he a ball, why you can't fit into a home?
The thing is that the pause. Because what happens is because even what happens when a woman has a child and says, okay, you know what, I fucked up. I had a kid with a dude that's a loser. He's not doing this. Let me do the inner work to make sure I can do better for myself and pick a better husband in the future so I can live the life and pick a life. All these times. And so if you do that, you run into niggas like this that be like, nah, you had that baby, so raise my own.
Listen.
I'm not the owner of the homeless shelter. Why I come in here?
But how about this? I seen a situation. I know a girl who she take care of herself, got her own business, do what she's supposed to do. Was in a relationship with a guy. They was together for like 10 plus years. Had a baby, the little girl like 8 years old, right? Things didn't work out between them.
And now he ain't doing shit.
He was the best father ever when they was together.
And
had no reason for her to think he'd ever be a deadbeat. He did everything they supposed to do. They were not married. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't married. It is what it is. Boom. Okay. But when the relationship ended between the mother and him, it was as if the daughter no longer existed. And he said, I'm moving on with my life. He dealing with somebody else that got kids. And dealing with her kids. And don't even acknowledge his own child because the relationship didn't work with the mother. Yep. What does that mean? Cut your seed off.
You know
you said he was in her life for 8 years.
You said flat out because of the marriage. I have a friend right now. I have a friend because of lack of marriage. I have a friend right now, and I wish that she was.
Let's say this, all right? The whole thing. She's at 8 years. This is a problem. And she's talking about someone else's relationship. She's talking about someone else's relationship. This is a problem with a lot of women. They don't know what's going on in other people's relationship. They don't know the details. Sometimes they don't. Most of the time, they don't even give the details. This is the problem where women see the red flags in men. They choose to ignore it. Let's say hypothetically, her story saying that she had a friend that was in a relationship 8 years with a man, had a child with him. So when they broke up, he has nothing. Now he has nothing to do with his child. He was a great father when they were together, but now they broke up. Okay, he ignores his child. Most likely, in that relationship, he was that kind of type of man. He only did things for his child because of his wife, not because he loved his child. This is a problem. A lot of these women just choose to ignore certain red flags. They choose to ignore red flags of certain men that they're attracted to, that they wanted. And so really, at the end of the day, they're still women's, right? Still women's fault. And here's the thing. You were with this man 8 years. It was fine to have a child with him. And yet, after 8 years, also with a child, now you don't want to be with him anymore? Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Because after so many years with a man and giving him a child, now you don't want to be with him? Why didn't you leave him in year 1, in year 2, in year 3? No. You leave him after so long. Now you leave him? I can never understand that.
Still here to tell her story because she just left. Who was married, got pregnant, found out her husband was cheating while she was pregnant, had the strength to say, you know what? It's not gonna work. Yeah, the fucking strength. Yeah, so walk the fuck away.
You gonna leave your baby daddy and gonna get cheated on by a complete stranger?
No, now she's gonna be by herself and get herself together. And she's gonna be okay.
How about she because alone and she's healing and making the right decisions?
This is the problem right here. This is black. I'm sorry, black women. Y'all have created these dysfunctional homes because of y'all ego. Ooh, a nigga cheating on me. Now my kids got to suffer. Win. He not 100% wrong.
He not 100% wrong. But he not 100% right.
I forgive you. You cheat and I forgive you. And then you keep doing it because you think I'm not gonna leave.
That's different.
How about you do it once and I take it and I say, okay, let's work it out. And then you keep doing it. You think you gonna have Rashida and Kurt. You gonna have Rashida and Kurt. That's what you gonna have.
It's so delusional.
It is a delusion because y'all female intuition work every time except for when you really need.
It never tell you when I'm home.
It's so funny because y'all.
Actually, I have anxiety, so my intuition does never work.
I just find it so funny because y'all know who the man is that y'all dealing with before y'all ever even lay down with.
Yeah.
No, you do. Most of the time that y'all do.
I would agree with him on that.
And a lot of times y'all deal with a dude that y'all not supposed to be with, and then you look at to change him into something that he never was.
Exactly. 100%. I swear, this is a thing where this is why I have no sympathy for women in the dating market. I have no sympathy for women in the dating market. Women willingly, knowingly chooses the Pookies, the Ray Rays, the players, the bad boys, the men that already has kids by multiple women. The man that's like so charming, he's like 6'2", he's like good looking, he's crazy charming. You think this man is not a womanizer? Women know that these shitty men, okay, are shitty men. But they're attracted to these men. These men give women the butterflies. These men give women the passion, the attraction, the spark. These men, okay, the players, the bad boys, they give women the butterflies. They give women the passion because they know how to stir up women's emotions. They know how to do that. And that is the issue. That is the problem. And women know that, okay, do you think this man is like a follower of Christ? I don't think so. Do you believe this man isn't a womanizer? Do you believe this man believes in monogamy? Even though, oh yeah, baby, yo, I just want to be with you. I just love you. I want to have kids with you. I want to be a good father. Really? Yes, words are beautiful. It sounds nice, but you know this type of man is a womanizer. You know this type of man would cheat on you. You know this man loves to have sex with a lot of women. You know it. You know this man is a player. You just choose to ignore it.
Right.
Most of the time, you know that you're dealing with an ain't shit ass nigga.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Y'all have kids by him,
Yeah.
and then somehow y'all standards raised when y'all got extra kids tagging along with y'all. How the fuck is that?
Hey, do you think it's an age range though? Do you think it's an age range? Like, let's say you had a child between 17, 18, 19.
That part.
Is it an age range? I
You
see
don't
it like
know.
20, 30 something.
You sit right next to a product of that.
So you can never grow.
You sit right next to
No,
a
listen,
product
I
of
know that you can grow.
What y'all talking about over here? What y'all talking about over
No,
here?
he said something about, you said the age range thing.
Yeah.
And I said, I agree with you. Because when you say you know who you're dealing with, I didn't learn. First of all, it's a terrible thing when the father is not in the door. It's right. I grew up without a father. So it's a lot of things that I did not know when it came to men, right?
Wait. Let me ask you a question. At what point did you hold your parents accountable for that? You did.
Always did.
Okay, then that's cool.
Always did. Never had a problem speaking on it. But what I will sit here and say,
You gotta hold both of your parents accountable. This is a team
I
sport.
absolutely
Because you know what the thing about it is, if I have a kid out of wedlock and I don't pay, you know what happens? I go to jail.
Yeah.
Right. See, no. Listen. The thing about men is that we understand that regardless of the decision that we make, we always gonna be held accountable by society. Don't matter if you hold us accountable. Listen, you know how many shelters that there are for men that have domestic abuse? Do you know how many men don't even report domestic abuse because they just gotta take it? They just gotta take that L. That's the nature of a guy. We understand, right or wrong, good or bad, that whatever decision that we make is on us. Y'all know that y'all gonna be able to find another simp to come and pick you up and off your bum when you made a mistake because now I'm better, I'm a good woman, I got my life together, I went and got my nursing degree, you know, I'm an esthetician, all this shit. No. All of a sudden, now I don't want to talk to a guy that make less than me. All of this other shit. Like somehow I buried my past. I moved from Detroit to Atlanta to Houston and back to Detroit, and I'm a new woman. Nobody want to hear
I'm not mad at him for what he's saying right now.
That's the I'm a fixed black woman starter kit. I got me a Nissan Altima. I don't got no fucking insurance. She bought me a CNA. All that shit, right?
Does the Nissan?
Absolutely.
Hey, wait, I have a serious question. Hold on, I have a very serious question.
Does the
Nissan Altima have the eyelashes on it? Because I love it.
No, I was saying about as far
Like a good coochie girl.
you was so silly, man.
CNA.
I said as far as like the age thing go and just not knowing
Coochie
better.
girl.
That's why I love myself for how far I've come and who I am now. Because the cars that I was built, I was meant to fail, and I did not. There were so many hills that I had to climb to get to where I am now, and I'm still not where I want to be. But I'm just proud of myself because I was not meant to win at all. Like literally, I got into a relationship young with I have 3 children. My oldest 2 have the same father, and then my youngest has her own dad, right? So I got pregnant with my son when I was 17. I had him when I was 18. Then turned around, and then had another baby at 19.
Now, what about
And then my third child came in my 21st year of life. So by the time I was 21, I had 3 kids, and they were all in diapers. That shambles. When I say how, you know what I'm saying? But I worked 3 jobs. I took care of my kids. I did what I was supposed to do. I never relied on the government. The only thing that the government did for me, honestly, was pay for the birth of my children because I didn't have insurance. You get what I'm saying? I was working temp jobs. They didn't offer that. But I tried to do everything the right way. Once I figured out they're not helping. You get what I'm saying?
Can I dive deeper into your story a little bit? Do you mind if I do
No,
that?
go ahead.
The other part that really is, I guess not necessarily, that kind of is heartbreaking for me because when I look at women that didn't grow up in 2-parent households and didn't have access to their father regularly, you could tell the difference. When I first met Crystal, the first story that she told me, y'all, it literally broke my heart. Crystal was supposed to be in Atlanta in law school. She didn't have that support. she didn't have the people that could have helped her navigate what that looks like. And even if the crazy thing about that is, even if you do come from a 2-parent household, if you don't have the family that or the resources or the counselors that's gonna pour into you and teach you how to navigate those waters and navigate that road, it's gonna be difficult. So not only was the education situation set up for her to win, but because how life was set up, it wasn't set up for her to win. It was like right there. Imagine your one of your biggest goals, your biggest dreams is right there. You can almost touch it. But because your circumstances and how your life is set up, you're not gonna do it. It's literally just like you can't get there.
Hey, look, I want to touch on that only because it's a vulnerable conversation, and we might as well have it. Or why I even chose to do that even further of being a stepfather, right? So I found out I was adopted, right? I had to find out at 17. My birth mother was a crackhead. She had 8 kids before me. My mother was a third. She literally went in there and said, "Yo, I need to get rid of this baby because nobody don't want it. I'm ready to get rid of it." And then at that point, right, my mother and my father, right, the ones that I know today, my mother and my father, they wanted a child. Mom had a tumor tie. She already had 3 kids prior. She wasn't planning on having no more children. She fell in love with this man, the man that came in there and took care of all 3 of my siblings. They're like 13, 14 flat, and he walked in there as a man. And that's what she wanted to do for him because she knew he wanted his own child. So, boom, she had that conversation with my father and said, "No, we need to adopt that little boy." You know what I mean? Literally from birth, I'm talking about going through withdrawals, keeping people up for the first 6 months of my life, and just seeing everybody take to me and seeing that it was nothing but love. But because I knew I wouldn't even have been here if she would have made that decision, or if he would have made that decision, like, "Nah, fuck this little dude. We don't want him. Well, I want to have my own kids. If I can't have my own kids, it's not." But he chose to be a stepfather from literally in worse situations with the worst type of child. You know what I'm saying? The worst type of child. He ain't just like, "Oh man, let me just lie. I wouldn't be here today. Wouldn't have created this and that. Wouldn't have made millions. Wouldn't have been, this influential. Wouldn't even." Now, as I'm looking at my son, who almost had the same situation where her baby father said, "Yo, if you want me to watch this child while you go to work, you gonna have to pay me child support." That's some bum ass nigga shit, right? Just seeing that, I'm like, yo,
I think that's dope, right? And I can't speak to you because I know you personally, so I can't speak negative. And congratulations to you on your growth and everything that you accomplished. But in reality, like, fuck these things. Nobody, thank you. Nobody cares about individual stories. Everybody got their own trauma that they've been through and issues that have happened in their life. And at the end of the day, we coming back to. Let me tell you something. You know what I've seen? Just at the end of the day, it comes back to the original core of the conversation of, because see, y'all looking at it from a selfish perspective about how it's affecting you. When that land,
I gotta admit, the problem with a lot of these conversations is that a lot of people make it too personal. They build their argument purely on themselves. No one's talking about you. This is like, we are a nation. The world is billions of people. The country is millions to billions. The state is hundreds of thousands to millions. You are not even a drop in the bucket. So really, your experience is great for you. But a lot of times you got to think bigger. You got to think bigger than your small sphere of influence. This is a problem with why people have a hard time having actual conversations, because you make it too personal. I've said that this is why I say nothing is 100%. That's why you talk in generality. That's why I'm saying this. I would never say, 100% don't ever date single moms. No, because is there a single mom out there that's a good woman that would treat a man like a king, that doesn't have insane standards, that is respectful, loving, feminine, that's just made a mistake? People make mistakes. That just, you know what? She thinks that she wants to do better. She believes in a good man. She doesn't have a standard of, I want a 6-figure man. No, I want an average man, a blue-collar man, a good man, a man that's monogamous, a man that's loving, caring, respectful, that would love me, that would love my kids, that would treat us with respect and love. I'm not asking for a 6'2" guy, chiseled body, tall, dark, handsome, 6 figures. No. I'm down to earth. Yes, there are women like that. So this is a thing where, no, we're not talking about every single mom. No, it's not an absolute, but this is a problem where you need to know the issues before you step into a potential problem. That's the thing. You need to know the red flags before you make commitment, before you try to do something. You need to know what can happen before you go into something that you are foolish about.
Episode dropped from last season. You know, when you go through the comments and you look at them, for every one of y'all, there's 50 dudes that said, I did it, I will never do it again. I will never do it again. It was one of the worst things that I could have ever did in my life.
Okay.
Ever become a stepfather.
Okay, so let's have a
So
conversation.
we don't talk about that other side. We only talk about the success story.
No, let's talk about it, because even in those success stories, it's difficult, and that's a conversation I do want to have. I don't necessarily want to stay on the stepdad being whatever. I do want to have the conversation of the ups and downs with the family,
because it's work.
because
it's work.
it is real work.
It's not
as a woman that has been a stepmother for 6 years now, nearly 7 years. It's difficult at times, especially when all of the adults involved are not mature. It's difficult when the kids start hitting puberty and they start going through what they're going through. But if we being a baby, the kids that I actually carry be giving me hell too. So I don't know if being a stepmom is hard or just being a parent period is hard, because that 4-year-old got hands and be working me. Okay,
Can I tell you how I knew I wasn't supposed to be a stepdad?
tell me how you knew you wasn't supposed to be a stepdad.
Bad.
Now wait, is it gonna be a lie or is it gonna be true?
No. Okay, this is why you should stay with your kids if you would do. Look, I never forget laying over this poverty stricken girl house. We on the couch.
Poverty stricken girl.
Definitely.
Okay. But you were laying up with her. So back to not being back to not being a homeless shelter. It sounds like you were in the homeless shelter, nigga.
Why is she interrupting a man's story? Let him talk.
You was get it in.
Let him tell his story. I'm laying on Bobby and her son at the time. He 4. He come over. Right in the face.
As he should have.
Okay.
Whole ass nigga.
So I look up at her. She laughs and I look at
Because
her.
it was funny.
She laughs and he laughs. Okay, you ain't gonna do nothing.
No.
No. Okay. Cool. I had to say that too. You don't put nobody else. Right.
Okay. Oh,
The next morning.
You spend the night.
The
You
next
stay the
morning.
night.
after he rocked your shit, girl. Okay. So he rocked your shit. You stay in his house?
He got his mother. We were. Okay. I'm out to the table. I didn't do what I do. So the morning, I get up, I go to the bathroom. Y'all look. I go wake
You
up.
look like you be peeing on
So
toilet.
I go wake up. Hey. You know what Johnny piss all over the floor? No, he did this real, yeah. Got up. I was walking back to the door. That's why you should stay in your kids' life. I might be the stepdad.
She fell for that shit.
I might be the stepdad.
No, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why she was a goofy.
He is wild.
She was a goofy, and she was goofy as fuck, because that strong smelling ass piss on the floor in that bathroom looked like ammonia. Did not come out no fucking toddler. Girl, that made me drink milk and water. You thought that that you was smelling on the floor was from your kid?
He had me in the house. How small you think he was?
How small?
How smart?
How smart?
He's
Yeah.
from Mississippi.
Yeah, sorry. I couldn't.
He blatantly said
Every ounce of blackness, but I'm like, wait, what? Excuse me, sir. What did you say?
I go over there periodically on food stamp day. Can you blame me? And I hotel over there.
You are ridiculous.
I am married.
So you just said you go over there
No, I
periodically.
said I did.
No, you said I go
You
over
said
there.
it as in friend.
Cut the camera.
It's okay. It's a safe space. It's a safe space. It's a safe space. So wait, we talked briefly about the high.
What's wrong with him, man?
We don't even know all that shit in. We talked briefly about the highs and the lows of blended families. For those that actually come from or or have been a part of a blended family, what are some of the highs and lows that you've experienced? And I shall go first. One of my lows was really just trying to get myself and my kids' mom on the same page. Because there was a history there, it was difficult. Why did I feel like it was on me? Because I feel like the woman creates the temperature in the household. If it's my house, it's mother to mother. I was raised dumb mama, dumb baby. So when them kids are at my house, I'm the mama. I'm helping. I'm doing A, B, C, and D. So it was important for her to get on the same page so we can mother these kids properly the same way. Let me know what you're doing at your house so I can mirror that at my house. They go to bed at 9 o'clock at your house. They gotta go to bed at 9 o'clock at my house. They having a 3-course meal at your house, including 2 babies. Cool, me too, baby. So that was hard because even when you dealing with somebody that's similar to you that you like, you still have difficulties trying to figure out how to navigate and work together. I was dealing with somebody who was on the opposite page of me, used to sleep with my man. That's all. Hold on now. You know what his nut face was like. That's a little bit different. You feel me?
Nah, that's real.
Oh, that ass. You know what? Yeah, you feel me? Like, that's a little bit difficult. Once I was able to put my own ego aside and say, okay, cool, this is what I signed up for. I said I was with him and his kids. Let's figure this out. We was able to work together and figure it out. We have a book together called Co-Parent Like a Boss. And we still hit our speed bumps sometimes because we were raised very differently. I come from a 2-parent household. My mom and dad have been together 43 years. She comes from a single parent household. Her mom had her when I think she was like 15 or something like that. It's very different. So we had to do the work to get on the same page, and we did it, and we're constantly doing it. What are some of the ups and downs you guys may have faced in your blended family?
I had a problem with that because he wasn't.
What you mean? Because they weren't married?
But I just we were with my dad, so I like.
So
I just
then,
So you don't like stepdaddies because you was a badass stepdad.
I knew it was like a remember, bro. But I'm just saying because it's like some people who just don't get along with. We just didn't like it. Y'all will never take the kid and say, okay, maybe this don't get along with this person.
Yeah, no.
And so that was difficult, but the right part I used to do this shit. We used to grab this school. That was cool.
My son did that too.
but y'all negotiating with another man?
Okay, now let's talk about that.
That's
So
crazy.
So the blended family thing, right? So for the first couple of years, everything's smooth. You know what I mean? Because he out the system.
Right.
I mean, he didn't want to slide in.
Right.
Until he did. Until
Right.
he found out who I was. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? You see on social media and shit. Now it's like, oh, that's the nigga that raised my eyes.
He is.
You feel me? So boom. Now you want to oppose his, you know what I'm saying, the superiority.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's your child.
Right.
So now, obviously I'm in a, road in the hard place. I'm like, cool, how this happened? You know what I'm saying? How we gonna let this happen?
Yeah.
Always. You know what I'm saying? It was to the point where I'm like, all right, I'm trying to work it out. But it was the same issues that a reason why they separated.
Right.
Disrespectful,
can't communicate. Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I ain't even know that bullshit. You
So
ain't
listen, that was my same thing. Girl, you about to hear yelling at me at what is we can fight.
You feel me? I'm like, listen, it ain't even happen. Like, listen, that might be your kid with her.
I yell at him.
But your whole conversation, your communication, everything, you take that with me.
Yeah.
You take that with me now because I'm the father and your child like this.
Yeah.
Hell no.
You saying you talk to me. You talk to me now.
Hell no. But I can't negotiate with another man over his kids.
But that's not
That shit is wild. Like that's a rock and a hard place.
Is it his kid?
That is a rock and a hard place for me to have to negotiate with another. Somebody get her a free. That's not my kid.
My stepkid is my kid. That's why
No. You talking about it from a woman's perspective.
Yeah.
From a man and a woman is two different things.
Okay, so cool. Let's have that conversation. Why?
The moment when that boy said, Dad, I heard it. The moment he said Daddy, I'm like, oh boy, you my son.
I don't care what that boy said.
We locked in.
Listen, he got my blood. And this why dudes get tuned with their dad so much. Because they daddy already got the tools for them for their son.
No, they
So
don't.
yes, they do.
These niggas be dumb as fuck. I can
look at my daughter right now and tell them exactly what they gonna do in life because they based off the kids.
A lot of them.
I know exactly. Another dude can't tell me what's best for my child.
You know what's so funny? I was talking to my wife the other day, and my daughter, you know what I'm saying? She depending on if she moves, because she and Taekwondo and stuff like that. Depending on what she moves, I know what her moves are going to be because she's just like me. She is a replica of me as far as my personality. And I have to even tell her mother, no.
She got her mama eyes.
Cool, but I have to tell her like, hey, you gotta give her a minute. Don't get on her. Don't tell her that she's doing something wrong. She don't get over it. Give her a second.
Yeah.
It is because I know who I was.
Yeah.
And so inherently she replicates my DNA. If you go back and you trace their lineage, ain't a fucking stepfather gonna be in the picture.
Yes, it is.
No. As far as your bloodline, as far as who you are as an individual,
Of course not.
our DNA is imprinted on. It's a whole nother ball game from a man.
Tensa, thank you for stopping by, bro.
I'm not gonna sit here and argue with another man over something that he created. He was in the room when they had that kid. Let's say
He know her right.
regardless.
I'm not arguing with an absent father, period. You ain't been there while I've been there.
Let me
wanna
tell you
be your
something.
child
You
right?
ain't
I'm not finna
If I
argue with
get
no absent
divorced
period all of a
today,
sudden.
if I got divorced today, I'm always gonna have access.
You're not an absent parent.
It don't matter.
And you know,
I'm gonna have access.
no. Stop using yourself as an example. Stop using yourself as an example.
And what?
You're
and
the
if you
exception.
you
You're
gonna
not
be
the
kissing me.
rule.
That was your wife. That's your wife. What do you mean?
Either way, it's the same thing when you have a
No,
child.
it's not.
Listen, that child come out, they C-section, or come out like an alien. Like,
Hi, Tom.
You might be one to wasn't there when
what you
that
said,
baby was
that's her problem. That's her problem.
That's her problem.
So to be fair,
Because he decided not to be there when that baby was there. That's her
Do
problem.
y'all hear how crazy that sounds? A dude wants to participate in his kid life. He gonna sit there and negotiate with another dude.
that's
about
right
a
there.
baby.
That's right there.
You don't gotta negotiate shit with nobody about your child if you was there before that man came and already had it.
If you were doing your fucking job,
That was already there. I didn't change what the hell is going on.
And if you put your hands on her prior before I showed up, I'm never allowing this nigga to eat any type of height. Nigga, you down there. What we doing? So I'm separating that shit immediately.
The thing is I feel I'm not mad at y'all for having y'all point of view and having y'all own standards. Have your standards. That's absolutely cool. Like have your standards. That's absolutely cool. But you can't knock the next person for having a different set of standards than you. Their
I can't
experience.
control how he's gonna react. My standard don't got nothing to do with what it is that he said. It's
No,
your
your
He
standard.
may be
Your
you might have dealt with a crash dump. You might deal with a dude that was from the street. I can't negotiate with a terrorist.
I'm meeting your standard of not dating
I'm not
women with
gonna
kids.
negotiate with a terrorist.
I mean your standard of not dating women with kids. That's all I mean.
See, y'all accumulate the love for the child for a nigga that want to put up.
Yeah.
Like he can.
That's not true. No.
Hold on,
Like you said,
hold on,
that's
hold on,
not true.
hold on.
That's not true.
This
I
nigga-
said, that's when you put a man over your child. That's when you put a man over your child.
Hold on one second.
No.
Pause.
What y'all
When Tia wants to talk and she ain't talked all episode yet.
I can admit this kind of stuff like this is kind of annoying because people are like just talking all over each other.
Let her talk.
My stepdad came into my life when I was 2 years old. My brother was a year up under me, right? So my mama had 2 kids. He has not left. They broke up 20 years ago. He's my kid's grandfather. Like, how do y'all know? He's a listen.
Let us see.
Time out. This nigga, give him a hey, that's the only
Like
nigga,
Donald Trump.
and that's the only nigga that'll put up with your mama. No, he gonna be the best motherfucker.
But he was a great person. That's what
He's
he
a-
did.
he's a-
Raise another woman's child was in that kid's life from the time that woman left from the dude and she basically leapfrogged into the next situation and he took care of them like they own. You know what that kid grew up to do? Seek and long for their own father.
Yeah.
Literally, they go and they try and he.
But that has nothing to do with the love they have.
Hold on.
That has nothing to do with
Hold
it.
on.
That has nothing to do with the love they have.
Because I'm
He was getting to an argument because of course you had more kids with you. I seen the real kid and the kid that was taken care of get into an argument because the step kids felt like the stepfather didn't have as much of an impact on him as they did. No, you missing what I'm saying. The stepfather sacrificed his life. He never got the honor. Y'all don't see you speak it. You
What's
what
up?
up, big dog?
Thank you.
Come on.
You could got that.
Talk your shit.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
Yeah, 5. I'm the oldest. So not disrespectful.
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, my God.
I'm saying, oh my God.
Listen, crazy.
Crazy. Came along, girl, and said, hey, you gotta bring something great on top. But I'm saying, there are great stepfathers.
I agree. Nobody is saying that the stepfathers are not great at what they're doing. I'm saying that it does not benefit a man, a single man, to come into a woman's life that already has kids. Is nothing for him to gain from that. No,
All right.
no. It is
Because here's the thing. He could do the same thing with a woman that doesn't have kids. That's why a lot of men gotta understand. No one's saying that, it wouldn't, like, you're not gonna be a good stepfather. No one's saying like the outlier shit. Okay, no one's saying that. Don't, because these mothers tell no. But the same things you can do, okay, with a single mom, you can having kids with her, you can do with a woman that doesn't have kids, and it's completely yours. It's not a blended shit. That's something that you don't have to do.
most men take care of their children. It's a small minority of men.
People saying how
It's a small minority of men.
Look at that. I'm in charge.
I don't know. Ask your homegirl.
I'm in charge.
You came out that.
I'm in charge, DJ.
What's wrong with her?
I'm a ram the wheel.
Randy, who normalized?
No, I will say this. Now listen, I will say this. There is a lot of baby showers that look like reception, and I don't see a man.
That's
I will say this, and I do think that we need to be more intentional about knowing someone before we lay with them.
Okay.
I 100% believe that. I do believe that we are a little bit too loose with our coochies, and we lack big discipline as well. And I think that we're so caught up in this high-speed, fast-moving society that we think that, it could be him, it could be him, it could be him. And that's a horrible way to live your life when it comes to your coochie. I do agree with.
Yeah, I mean, I just check it out. It's almost over, so it's an okay video. Let's check out another video.
I appreciate y'all for continuing to rock with me. I got a surprising new, reoccurring old, all of the above guest with me. I got my dog Charleston White with me.
Yeah, got a little bro back on the cab. Yeah. We back rocking together, man.
They didn't think we was gonna do it again.
Nah, they didn't. They did. Cause most people don't know how to work past them. You know what I'm saying? So
We got so much to cover, bro.
we got a lot to cover.
A whole lot to cover. Well, first let's start here. So first they said he shot in Chicago. That's the current news that's trending literally as you walk in the door.
On Twitter, yeah. So Aiden Ross manager called. Lil Yachty just text my publicist. So yeah, quite a few people say so according to the
So it's talking with Charleston White. I mean, I don't know if you guys know him. He's kind of controversial. He talks a lot of the negativities. He brings to light about a lot of the negativities of the Black community. That's another thing. A lot of people always say, "Oh, why do you talk about the Black community? Why do you do it?" Here's the thing where a lot of people don't understand. Most of my friends are Black. The women I've dated are Black. My baby mom is Black, so I have Black kids. I have mixed kids. I've always cared for the Black community because they have always been opening to. They will always had open arms to me. They've always been loving, always been caring. They've always been amazing people, in my opinion. Black people have always been amazing people to me. So why I talk about them is that, and some of you may not think. I mean, I feel like I've always been, you know, I've always been there, and I've always cared. And one of the things that always upset me is that just that things should be better for them than what it is. And in my opinion, okay, a lot of things is because of their own doing. Not necessarily because maybe like self-destructive in a sense. And a lot of things Charleston White talks about, I think it resonates in the sense that not enough people have accountability to recognize their flaws and want to improve on them, right? Want to change, want to fix the flaws of the community so there can be betterment of the community.
Fortunate, I've been shot by 3 people, and I'm currently waiting for the medics.
Why they want you out so bad, bro?
I've been playing a villain. I came online playing a villain, and so the persona and the character have superseded who I am in real life. So yeah, everybody want to take a shot at me, I guess.
Yeah, man, they coming after you. It seems like on everything.
I don't know. It seems like it because so a lot of these old arrest videos is coming up. Nigga, I saw that shit. I'm like, man. And these are not regular people that's releasing these videos.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, so if you look at these platforms, homie, these aren't social media people that's releasing all these arrest videos of me. Some people say it's a smear campaign, but nigga, I ain't done nothing in life to be smeared. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm out on bond for a YouTube skit from 2020, 2021, where I got a mace gun, but it comes with a water canister. And so I sprayed mace, I sprayed water for the cat, pretending like it's mace. And I turned the camera around and said, I just maced that motherfucker. So somebody online sent that to their local police department. Their local police department sent it to my police department. They contacted me probably 2 or 3 months after that happened and told me, man, with Charles, you need to be careful. After I done that Cam Newton interview, I spoke about some things that I dug up some old bones in my city. Yeah. So after I done that Cam Newton interview, I had a warrant for that animal cruelty, which was from 2 years ago. So animal cruelty and two aggravated assaults with a deadly weapon from when the guy attacked me at the barbershop. Yeah. And they had a gun when they attacked me. So they wanna drop those 2 charges, and they want to give me a deferred probation for the animal cruelty. So just the fact
thought you was gone forever, bro.
So just the fact that they're even offering me deferred probation lets you know it's some bullshit. Yeah. Because that's how you know it's some bullshit. So I wasn't arrested, right? So I'm out on bond. I've been out on bond December, make a year. I was out on bond 9 months before the grand jury ever indicted me. So it took 9 months for the grand jury to indict me. Since I have two aggravated assaults with a deadly weapon and the animal cruelty, so there's 3 felony charges. So they got me on what they call bond probation. Yeah. So I'm on bond probation where I go report to a bond officer once a month. I take UAs, I pay monthly court fees, and so I caught a dirty UA for smoking weed. Motherfucker, know I'm gonna smoke that weed. So I caught a dirty UA. So but let me just say this: some niggas tried to rob me for my jewelry. So I woke up one morning and went to the washing chair. They had no motherfucking business going to the washing chair. And I went in the hood just to wash my comforter. So at the washing chair, some niggas tried to rob me. I wouldn't cooperate. I didn't give him my jewelry. Nigga hit me in the head and then they ran out. So he hit me in the head with the assault rifle and run out. He tried to snatch one chain. So I started having problems sleeping. And so I had started back smoking weed. So I caught a dirty UA, July. I went to report in August. I was arrested. So most people, so I was arrested in August for violation of my bond condition for testing. It gave me a time to reflect on my marriage. So I'm just in there reflecting on my marriage, homie. And I'm saying, man, I'm really You know, man, I'm saying, man, nigga, you a no good riding motherfucker because my wife jumping through all these hoops, my nigga. When my wife came into court and she seen me sitting over there and they had shackles on my leg, she almost started crying. So just to look, man, just to look in her eyes, to see me in discomfort, man, she teared, man, just that love. And I'm saying, man, nigga, wrong than a motherfucker for how, you know, nigga move out here. So I'm just reflecting, man, I'm gonna be a better husband to my wife. So she was closing on a new house. So I paid for the house while I was in jail. I had my manager come get my phones and go into my banking system and transfer the money into my wife's bank account for me so she can get the keys to her new house. Yeah, I was just reflecting. And I started back talking to God. Nigga ain't talked to God in about 2 years fucking with the hoe. And I said, so nigga, I ain't because say, man, nigga, I ain't got on my knees and said a motherfucking thing to God about 2-3 years. And I've been playing God on her. But nigga,
you think that's because you've been so successful?
Yeah. Nigga, don't nobody talk to
Yo, Santino.
Yeah, nigga, she got to go bad.
Yeah.
But
Thank you for stopping by, bro.
I told God I never want to be the kind of person to run to you when trouble. So I tried to play tough in a couple of days. Man, I ain't seen nothing to God, man. But shit, nigga.
Yeah. I ran into you yesterday.
Yeah.
Was that yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday. Unexpected. I just fresh off the plane.
This city is so small. Well, you know what? The world is small.
It is.
Everything is small. So, you know, I don't know if we want to say where we was at.
Hell yeah. She let promote the bid. It was a hell of a club. The daytime motherfucking club. I want to go back. Then they had some little girl. They had some little girl. You know, they had some women in that motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, listen. I frequent a lot of strip clubs. Deep between Detroit, Vegas, Arizona, Tampa, Miami, Atlanta. Shit, nigga. Playhouse in Miami. Yeah. 24.
To be honest, for me, I've never really cared for strip clubs. I never really cared for it. It just, this is the thing. Giving money to women that could give a shit about you has never been a thing for me. Yes, you could look at them naked in real life, but it's like they wouldn't even spit on you if you were on fire. So really, for me, it's like I go to work hard for my money to go to the strip club to give money to women that wouldn't even spit on me if I was on fire. I mean, I get it. I mean, I guess we're doing it. I mean, we're paying for a service, but it's like, I mean, I don't know. For me, I've never enjoyed it. I bought when I was like a couple of years ago, right? I mean, when I was a little bit younger, I went to a club a few times, and I just like, I don't know. I never enjoyed it. Just looking at, to be honest, here's the thing. Do you want to look at women that wouldn't give a shit about you? You can look at it for free on your computer. I mean, a lot of these strip clubs, you can't even touch these women. I mean, you're not even doing nothing. It's like you're just looking. You're giving money to look at women naked. Okay, you can do that for free at home. Save your money. Invest your money. For me, I don't do it. I've never enjoyed it. If I would go to a club, right, a strip club, I'm only doing it because I'm hanging out with my friends. I could give a shit if women were there. It's like, because again, why am I making someone that doesn't give a shit about me help them pay their bills, help them become more wealthy? That's why I never liked strip clubs. And I'm glad Santino agrees. I don't like strip clubs. I don't know. It doesn't. There's nothing enjoyable. Like I said, the only thing enjoyable the times that I went to a strip club is because I'm hanging out with my brothers, my friends. That's really it. Not really because these girls are naked. Because again, I'm helping paying these women's bills when they could give a shit about me. Okay, great. I can do it for free in the comfort of my home, watching videos. So I was like, man, it's nothing for me. No, I mean that's the thing. Balance of probability. I mean, what's worse? You know, if there's any benefit or not. Yes, consumer activism. Things that you invest your money in matters. Yes, exactly. It matters how you use your monies. Especially for men. Especially for men. Because it is so much more harder for men to make money, to get to a certain level. So I really think men need to be more strategic with how they use their money.
Carry Gold in Miami, Ace of Spades in Detroit, and I can't think of the one in Tampa. But shit, nigga ain't nothing like these. And then the one I just went to yesterday, Patreon. Yeah, that motherfucker.
Oh, the Pantheon.
The Pantheon. They had everything in there was 8 9s and dimes.
Yeah, they was.
Yeah.
They really was.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So we ran into each other.
Yeah.
But see, my thing is, I don't know why people want me to beef with you so bad. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, because regardless, people could say it's almost like a brotherhood to where, like, yeah, we can go back and forth,
but you can't.
But they can't say that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So it's a little bit different.
And
but as soon as we seen each other, it was like,
nigga, me and Low. I said, nigga, that's Antoine. Nigga, jump right back, nigga. Like, ain't nothing happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, kissed him on his bald head, nigga.
He did. Straight up.
Yeah, nigga. Because it wasn't it. We didn't speak venom toward each other.
Yeah.
Judge Joe Brown taught me something. He said, man, men gonna have disagreements, but they don't fall out.
Yeah.
Men have disagreements, but they don't fall out.
That is true.
So little boys fall out.
I want to start with Obama. So Obama, he went out and he was kind of holding black men accountable. He made a little speech to where he was holding black men accountable for not en masse as much as they would expect them to support Kamala Harris in this upcoming election. And he was kind of saying that, he's anticipating that it's possibly because we misogynistic.
We are. That has nothing to do with our voting. We don't vote based on those that ideology.
Yeah.
Most black men don't vote no way. So why would he put an emphasis strictly on black men not voting for Kamala when black men didn't vote for him?
Yeah.
Black men didn't vote for him.
You don't think so?
It was mostly white women and black women. That's why it was mostly black women, white women, and gays.
Yeah.
Put him in office. The black male population in America have always, after the civil rights movement, have always had a low voter turnout. Yeah. For one, niggas ain't finna go do the voter registration cards. They'll make you do the average. Yeah. So in this group of black men today isn't politically involved. So you don't hear. Nah. It has nothing to do with that. We just uninterested.
It's a lot of women that's now saying that, if she loses this election, it's because of us. It's our fault.
Well, it's not. These must be uneducated people. Why are they trying to get us to believe that we actually selects the president?
Uh-huh.
The electoral college does.
Yeah, that's true.
Now they can vote based on popular vote, right?
Yeah.
But they don't. Because if that's the case, then Hillary would have won.
That's true.
If that's the case, then Hillary.
I think she won a popular vote.
She won a popular vote. Yeah. So if that's the case, then Hillary Clinton would have been president. So why are they trying to trick us into believing that there's power in the presidential election just by black men voting?
Yeah.
And then let me just say this: Kamala Harris locked up a lot of black men for nonviolent crimes in California as Attorney General. So they want people to forget that.
Yeah. Well, one of the things is I seen my guy hit me up and he said, Anton, I don't know why they want us to vote based off of identity politics. Because first, I would vote as a man. I would align more with a man than a woman. And he also said, but if I was doing it based off of how black I am, she married a white man.
She married a white man, and she got an Indian mother. Historically, Indians in this country have never been our friend.
Yeah.
she got a Jamaican father who left her when she was 6, 7 years old.
Mhm.
So she don't understand our culture. She was raised with her Indian culture. So
I didn't know that. That was interesting.
most black people want to know who your mama is.
Mhm.
And we identify, okay, who your mama? They go and say, well, she got a black daddy. Now, who your mama? That's your mind come from your mama.
Yeah.
No matter how black your dad is, but I'm a male chauvinist. I don't believe no woman should be running shit. Show ass there and do something, man. You can't run nothing, and you want to dictate.
You know, this is the. I always say this. Sometimes I think that sometimes I like what you just said in the sense that I will agree when I'm a sexist. I'm a sexist for my entertainment. I do not like female leads. I don't. I like my action movies. I like my action movies with male leads because I think that's more action packed. I think that's more fun to watch. Yes, I'm a sexist. If I'm, absorbing entertainment, reading a book, watching a movie, watching a TV show, I prefer a male lead. I'm a sexist. I get it.
It's our military. You want to be the commander in chief of our military. So what about when you go abroad and all these
Santino, that's to be honest, I think voting is not that big of an issue. I really don't. And plus, you think about this. Whether you think about Trump, whether you think about Kamala, these two people, they don't matter that much. It's about the Senate. It's about the House. I mean, no Democrat is ruling everything. So it's more a lot of things don't really get passed. So really, it's like we don't understand. Like the president, it's really just a puppet. The president is really just a puppet. You know, they whatever the the Senate or the House pass, the president just signs. Boom, that's it.
country don't want to have nothing to do with America because we got a woman steering the ship. That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So now I'm going with the man. I don't care how racist he is. I would put a Klan member in. I would put a racist known Klan member in before I vote for a black woman, a white woman, or a Hispanic woman. I don't care how loving and kind she is. I'm going with the man. I'm going with the man.
Mexico just put in their first female president. She just got sworn in like a couple weeks ago. What you think about that?
Mexico finna go to shit. yeah, I'm sorry. Mexico finna go to shit. I don't trust a woman's emotions. Because she's ruled by that.
Yeah.
She's governed by her emotions. We're governed by our logic and our reasoning. And it's hard to reason with emotions.
Yeah.
That's why when you argue, you gotta let the feeling go. It's hard to reason with emotions. So I'm almost.
I'll say this: even if it was a man, if a man is ruled by his emotions, he's not worth it either. But it's more likely men are ruled by their logic, their facts, But like I said, anyone, man or woman, if they're ruled by their emotions, they're hard to talk to. They're hard to make decisions with. So really, yeah.
Afraid that Kamala's gonna win. That's my biggest fear right now. In this election, that man she could win because they pushing this narrative so hard for her to.
They after Obama said what he said, she went on her website and she posted these 5 initiatives, supposedly with black men in mind, but it says for black men and others. A few of them are 1 million loans, up to $20,000 forgivable, decriminalization of marijuana on a federal level, which is interesting to me because it's like, why would you do that with a black guy?
Come on now.
And then the rest of them was pretty much the same thing as she already had been saying, but she just put, specifically that this is what black men in mind, as far as like, the housing and all that other type of stuff. But for the most part, those were the main two that I think that a lot of people were upset about. What do you think about that?
She's pushing socialism off on black people.
Yeah.
That's exactly what she's doing. She's pushing socialism. She think we can be both. And I'm telling Donald Trump, if you give all young black men a lifetime supply of Michael Jordan tennis shoes, they too will vote for you. You ain't, man, listen. Just, man, they don't think we're dumb. They know we are when it comes to this political game, only black men.
Yeah.
$1 million in loans starting from 20,000. Why not just give us reparations?
Well, they asked her about that recently at a town hall, and she said she would study it, quote unquote, study it.
What's there to study? We know this group of people have been done wrong. We know that nobody owes them something, but we deserve to be given something. So people like to say that the party switched. Southern strategy, the mixture shit, right? So they like to say the party switched. They really didn't switch. Now some went and joined over, but the Democrats just became more clever in their approach and their presentation to pull us in for votes.
Yeah.
It's always been, we're going to give you something. We're going to give you something. We're going to give you something. Dr. King didn't align with each.
Santino, 100%. I've always said this. Your voice only matters if how much money you have. The more money you have, the bigger a voice you have. I agree. Not everyone has the same, power, voice.
The party. But he spent more time with the Republicans because at that time the Republicans was 100% responsible for the legislation, the writing of the Civil Rights Act, right? So somewhere in the 90s and the 80s, the Democratic Party began to get in bed with Hollywood celebrities. Yeah. So now that's why you see from Kamala, Obama, all of them ran to our black celebrities.
Oh,
Jay-Z.
I just seen Lizzo just campaigned in Detroit.
Okay, I reached back out to his people. But man, I had for like that 2 or 3 weeks, I had been making a lot of disparaging posts, really just comedic posts.
Yeah.
But they was taking it as harassment and bashing. So I lost my page because of that bashing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so our black entertainers are our mini gods. And so that's why they always tap into them during the presidential election, no other time. And say, hey man, y'all go talk to your people for us and see if they'll get us to vote.
But they don't tell them to inform the people, but then at the same time, I would have guessed that because it's not even just them, it's Ricky Smiley's, Steve Harvey,
all of them, homie.
All of them.
And why are they pushing her to us? And for what? Why don't I have a right to pick either? Or why don't you give? Why you just give me one bottle of water? Why don't I don't have a choice like I'm supposed to?
Yeah.
And what have Donald Trump done so bad to us as black people?
He was a man. I mean, I just learned that he had chartered a flight for Nelson Mandela to get him over. I just learned that. That's new information to me.
He helped Jennifer Hudson's family after the situation with her family.
Yeah, I heard that he had bankrolled Al Sharpton at one point.
Yeah.
In order to get him out. Well, I did see some footage of him, and he was really good friends with Oprah. And Oprah was saying that, they were going to run for president. He was going to run for president. She was going to be his vice president.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a picture. He was given an award, man, with Rosa Parks and Muhammad Ali just like 86, 87.
Yeah.
So, they try to use him being a slumlord or whatever, but man, most people don't want. Most landlords are mad at black people when they move into this. I'm just gonna be honest, man. Especially they got kids. Yeah, man, little Charles and stuff. So I get it. And so then they say, well, what about what he said with the Central Park 5? They really thought those people done that.
Yeah.
So it's not like
I thought they did it.
man, they thought they done it until they came out and say, man, so it wasn't until they gave us the movie that we realized that okay, they didn't do it. But they really believed that they had done that. So with that in mind, yeah, lock them up, throw them away, keep. But what have we done so bad to us, man?
Yeah.
For us to
I
have
can't
this
think
kind of
about it.
disdain.
My experience of his presidency, and that's the thing about it, they're acting like he hasn't been president already. My experience in his presidency is there was a lot of money out here.
It was, and it was more opportunity for black businesses. So, if you understood what the opportunity zones did in certain communities, you know what I'm saying. So that's why you saw a lot of people during his 4 year of president. You saw a lot of black people opening business.
Mm-hmm.
Now you see a lot of black people closing business.
Yeah, it's messed up out
here. The trucking game, the 18-wheeler. Yeah, man, it was booming. It was booming, and now it's such a decline. With man, the trade war between China and Americas that biting. So the inflation went up. So man, it's
I see a lot of people getting laid off, bro.
Man,
like,
a lot
of people getting laid off. I seen a lot of people from Stellantis, Chrysler, Dodge, all of that. Yep.
So why not let the police have
from the community?
From the community.
Yep.
So this is what happens in the community. They can go out and commit a violent crime. Everybody know Ray done it, and someone would give him refuge where he can hide.
Yeah.
So the police ain't waking. They're not. Man, police just not killing people.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody's putting on a badge and say, hey man, today I'm going to shoot me a black person so I can put this kind of pressure on me and have to go through this. For the most part, man, when he say immunity, he just saying put more protection around their job where they can police better.
Correct.
That's all he did. Just put more protection around their job so they can police better.
Yeah, it doesn't absolve them from being held accountable.
Yeah.
All it does is it protects them when they go by the manual and they go by their training to not have their personal assets affected by whatever it is that happens.
And for the most part, cops who follow the rules and cops who follow everything to the T, they get more write-ups and reprimanded than the cop who don't.
Yep, that's true.
So it's a lot of good cops, man, have lost their job for doing good police work.
Mm-hmm.
But because it may have been a black person that done this good police work again, it may have been an error. So they're going to get in trouble because the public pressure that the public puts out to we want his head. So yeah, they need that protection.
Yeah, I think it's going to be an interesting election. If you had to guess definitively who you think was going to win, who you like, if you had to bet money,
Kamala.
You bet money that you think Kamala going to win?
Yeah.
Why you say that?
She was given to us for a reason. Yeah, she was given to us for a reason. And what scares me, man, I've been watching politics and studying since I was a little boy. You never see a husband.
For Dougie?
You never see a white man nowhere. So everybody know Obama was president, but Michelle told him what to do.
He does give a lot of credit to his wife.
Man, she was the president. She
think so?
Man, yeah.
If she was running, do you think that she would win definitively? Do you think she's more endearing to the people than Kamala Harris?
Yeah, she's way more endearing. Yeah. You can tell he's handpicked.
To Obama?
Yeah. Yeah, you can tell he's handpicked. And that's a strong sister from Chicago. He's a mulatto kid that was raised, in Hawaii. So yeah, that sister, you can tell she's probably stern with, keeps him in check.
I didn't know Obama was simping like that. I thought that he had a little bit more backbone.
No, he just walked cool. That's all. He just got a strut to make him look cool. But no.
Got a Denzel strut.
Yeah, you got a Denzel strut. but so the Kennedys, right? That's the third party. It's just called LGBTQ.
What do you think about the migrant crisis? What do you think the real agenda was with that?
For votes, because the black man won't vote. So we need somebody. So it's just like we need somebody to replace our slaves. We need somebody to replace this cheap labor going forward, because we don't vote. They need somebody to replace that.
Yeah.
So this is what we're seeing. And they're already trying to make the ones that's here who got here illegally or however they got here, having them the ability to vote in this election. They're trying to really push that. But because they're gonna vote that way. So that's America don't belong to America no more, homie. America has been invaded.
Do you think that white people have less power than ever before?
Yes. And they mad about it. And I'm mad about it too. It's a much better country than white people had more power. Yeah. They have less power. And they have a right to be afraid of what America's gonna come to, because we mad at the wrong white people. And today's white people had nothing to do with what our ancestors went through that none of us got to witness.
Facts.
But we want to punish them for it.
Yeah. But we didn't necessarily go through what our ancestors went through.
We did.
In order for us to have the type of hate and vitriol towards the people that's not even a part of what happened in yesterday.
That's what I'm talking about, homie. And so imagine us with that attitude and sentiment, and then all the migrants and the foreigners coming in with their attitude and resentment just toward America.
Yeah. And
we joining in with them to go against a country that freed us, feed us, educate us, and clothe us.
Yeah. I know. Well, listen, I talked to a lot of these Nigerians.
Yo, Mike, thank you for stopping by, bro.
And these Jamaicans and these Haitians. I talked to a lot of them. I'm gonna be honest with you. They don't really fuck with us like that. Like, they don't really mess with American black people the way that other people think that they do. And I'm not saying that they racist or biased, but I tell you what, try to marry one of their daughters, see what the fuck happens.
Yeah, or try to get one to hire you. Try to go work at one of the establishments and see what they do.
Yeah.
Nah. We just make good entertainment.
Yeah.
It's sad to say that, but we're just good entertainment for the world. But nobody takes us serious outside of entertainment. That's why when they want to talk to us, when they want to,
that is crazy. That is crazy. That the only real accomplishment is just entertainment. I don't know if that's I don't know if that's a good accomplishment or not.
Talk to us directly to us. They go to our entertainers.
Yeah.
They don't come to us directly. They go to our entertainers. So that's why you see Kamala on all these different podcasts, and you don't see her coming.
Yeah, I seen her on all the smoke.
Come on, man. But you don't see them coming through our cities and our communities without an entertainer to come talk to.
That is true. That is absolutely true.
So yeah.
Every time she pop up here, she with a rapper.
They used to be the pastor. They used to go to the church, and whatever big major pastor would let this politician come in and speak to the church. So they abandoned that during the faith initiative when they were talking faith-based initiatives.
Yeah.
So they abandoned that after Obama. When Obama and them came, it's been celebrities ever since. From the voter died with Puffy, up until now. So even the political rally that she had and Megan Thee Stallion was shaking their bottom, twisted and shaking. And I'm saying, what? What? So nobody takes them serious because of that.
Yeah. What about
now? A few months ago, I was saying, man, black men, let's boycott this election. Y'all just stay out. Let them pick whoever they go pick, and let's focus on us. Go vote for your local man. Just boycott this election.
Yeah.
Just to see. Yeah, just to see.
I don't know. It's weird, bro. This is a weird time because for me, I ain't even voting for me because I feel like I'm gonna be all right no matter what. I'm kind of paying attention to my daughter. You know what I'm saying? And what's gonna happen after me and how that's gonna play out because our schools is fucked up. They teaching stuff in our schools. I seen a guy walk into a woman's bathroom. Dog, they got urinals at Little Caesars Arena in the women's bathroom. They had urinals in the women's bathroom where the Red Wings and the Pistons play, they have urinals in the women's bathroom. My chick went to, what was it, Missy Elliott or some concert that was recently here, and she said that they had to come out and look to make sure that they was in the right bathroom because they had urinals in the women's bathroom.
I tried to do it until now. I said, man, bathroom as well. I was tempted to go, but I said, man, you better not do that. They're gonna call. Yeah, they're gonna say you in there trying. Yeah, so I was tempted to see as a man, can I walk into a woman's restroom and identify as a woman because I got to pee real bad? Can I identify as a woman, use this bathroom, and come on out and it not be a problem? I hadn't built my courage up to do that yet, but in my mind, that's one of my things I'm gonna do before I die.
For some reason, I think you're gonna go viral again.
I think so too. My biggest, my two,
only here to try something like that.
My two biggest fears, the war between Russia and Ukraine.
Why?
All of that money that we're sending over there.
Yeah.
Who pays for that ultimately? We don't, but our children will.
Yeah.
Not only that, the war between Israel and Palestine.
Yep.
We're funding that.
I don't think that's gonna end.
It's not gonna end. It's not gonna end. Israel is strong, but the tenacity and the resiliency
of
those Palestinian people, homie, you can't overlook that.
I don't really.
This is why I hate these people that talk about the Middle East. People talk about all this shit. We are caring about a nation outside of ours. We are caring about a country outside of ours when our country is shitty. Our country is not doing well. Our country is not at peak level condition. And we care about what's happening in the Middle East. We are funding what's happening in other countries. We are protesting because of shit happening in other countries. When our country is not doing at optimal levels. Education is shittier than ever. Our children are crazy, are all over the place. They're violent. They're terrible. Bad education. People. There's just so many things you can name, and it's just like, why are we not putting 100% focus on our own country? Yet we're focusing on other countries. We protest. We send money for other countries. It's absolutely idiotic.
I think you could beat a terrorist.
You can, man.
Because they have a different mindset. Not saying that they terrorists or not, but because the way that I see it is, everybody feel like they're right. Yeah. Right? Because if I'm fighting you, I'm not fighting you because I hate you. I'm fighting you as a nation, as a country, because I genuinely believe that I'm on the right side of history. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And so the person that's on the opposite side, it kind of reminded me of this recent interview with Kamala Harris on Fox News. And so she went on Fox News or whatever, and it was tripped out because I seen it one way. And when I would listen to everybody on social media and what they were saying, everybody seen it a different way. I thought she looked stupid as hell and that she didn't answer the questions at all. And, she tried to get worse.
That's the thing. I do think that at least the government, the big shots, they are surviving when we're at war with each other. They're surviving when people don't recognize the actual problems. They're thinking about other shit. I think the country runs all. I mean, I do think so.
Selling and all of that. And some other people was like, "Oh no, she was so on top of it."
She don't answer direct questions.
That's what I'm saying, though. But I think it just depends on what side of history that you on. If
another nigga dog, we don't care no. Man, we don't care. Y'all just want to be mad at me.
Wait. I'm in the dark. I don't know nothing about
the wood.
Okay, so wait. I know y'all was only thing I'm familiar with is a 20v1.
Yeah.
I know y'all had did a 20v1 together. And then what happened after that?
So a network had reached out to Ryan with the sauce And they came up with a
Who was that?
the guy that does the 20 versus 2.
Okay, I got you.
I'm just getting him a plug. What's up, Ron? So Ron was a great professional young brother. He's probably one of the best doing. Very
Black guy?
Yeah, young black guy. So the network came to him and said, man, we got some scripts for, Charles and Woody. Because of the number. So they had been trying to talk to him. Say, man, just a minute. So they had me talk to him. So I flew him into my city. I gave him my personal home address. So he can get to his probation office. I asked him, I said, who you bringing with you? Because you coming into my home.
Right.
I'm bringing my brother. Okay, cool. He showed up with 6 niggas.
Oh, wait.
That's what I said.
Seriously?
He showed up with 6 niggas. They showed up.
To your crib?
They was at the airport. So, cause he said, hey man, we trying to get a rental car. I already had my wife go get an expedition. Cause I know we gonna be going out. You know what I'm saying? So I already had a rental car.
You too trusting, man.
I had my wife.
He is too trusting. He too trusting.
So I had my wife. I already get the rental car. So when I'm like, well, who was we? What? Man, it's me and I got 6 people with me. Nigga, what? Man, I don't do nothing with 6 niggas. Man, I don't want nothing to do with man, no. So I said, okay, man, get them a room, and then you know what I'm saying? Yeah. He said, man, they ain't got no money. I said, you bring 6 broke people? Oh man, they finna start robbing and stealing. Nigga go see this jewelry down, go come up missing, so just so I said, oh no. So while he was in town, I get him a room. So I get him, I get him a room. He fall out with his manager. He said, man, I'll hit you back. I'll come back later. So he flew back home. When he went back home, he said I put a tracker in his car. So I done flew him to Dallas he go get 10,000 for a Say Cheese TV interview. Mike Sean Kelly, big podcaster. He was in town. We got tickets to go to the Tucker Carlson show with Mike Sean Kelly. We're gonna do the Mike Sean Kelly interview that Wednesday. Say Cheese TV Tuesday, Mike Sean Kelly that Wednesday. Well, Mike Sean Kelly them don't pay. Me and Mike Sean Kelly done an interview, and the numbers were so good, it made it to the billboard, a digital billboard in New York Times Square. That's how big is it. So we do great interviews. So I know he's tied in to Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson's tied in to Trump now. Yeah. Right? So I'm for bring Woody over here, plug him in with these white people. Because I know them DAs in Atlanta gonna be getting at him soon. And Trump now is against that. Right?
Yeah, of course.
So let me come bring you over here. Nigga. I'm gonna put 10,000 while you're in the city in your pocket. Let's say TTV. We're gonna do the Mike Sean Kelly. We're gonna go to the Tucker Carlson show. Then Wednesday night, Mama go cook for it. I'm gonna bring you over here, let you meet Mama, my nieces and nephews, like I met your nieces and nephews.
So wait. So it was Woody at the airport, or was it the?
It was Woody and 6 niggas.
Oh,
he
so
showed
Woody,
up.
I thought you were talking about the other guy.
Now Woody came with 6 niggas. I flew him into my city.
Got you.
To
Okay.
do Mike Sean Kelly. He come with 6 niggas.
I got you now. All right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So you gave Woody your address?
Yeah.
Hell no.
Well, one of them. Yeah, you got one of them. So, well, because,
and I'm not saying he a bad person. I don't know him.
Well,
you can't get the home
address. No, he ain't got the home address. He got the Playhouse address. He got but it's my little So he got the Playhouse address, but he got to give this to his probation officer to travel. They want to know where is he staying at. Yeah. So just the Playhouse, tell him you give him this at this where you gonna be staying at. So he showed up with 6 dudes. So that killed my vibe. So I'm saying, man, these people, the network want to have a conversation with us. It was Tuesday afternoon. I said, say, homie, they ready to do the phone call right now. Nigga, I'm ready. I said, Woody, you ain't in no position to have this phone call, man. All that noise in the background. I am ready. So they wrote him out the script. Yeah, they wrote him out the script. So when he go back home, he started doing interviews and saying that I put a tracker in his car. Well, I hadn't seen you in 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah. Your car just got out the pound from the police when y'all were driving with no license. Maybe the police put the tracker now.
Yeah.
Well, why would I put a tracker in your car for me? To include myself in what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna track you for what? To set you up? Okay, we set you up to be what? So why would I involve myself in that?
Yeah.
When I ain't got nothing ties to the streets. So when he did that, so why did nigga lie on me like that? So yeah, once nigga started lying, then I had to think, well, shit, nigga, that's how Thug in this trouble. He lied on me.
Yeah.
He was out shooting and killing people and going to tell the police it's Thug them doing it, but it was him doing it.
So y'all not cool at all?
We had a business relationship that we was doing.
Yeah.
We didn't have no brotherhood.
But y'all, it seemed like it's too much money for y'all to just like, because even if y'all don't have a brotherhood, like me, we always gonna be good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then at the same time, it seemed like it's just too much money on the table to let that go. From my perspective, you know me, I look at everything from a business perspective.
Well, it is, but he ain't what I want to be tied to. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I deal with a lot of people in Atlanta that was cool with Nut, Thug. So there's a lot of people in Atlanta because I'm doing business with Woody, and I've been with these people for a minute. So there's a lot of people in Atlanta that's catching some backlash for me doing business with Woody because they see them in the background. Homie Thug is the man out there.
Yeah.
So I fuck with Thug and Yak Gotti and people. So nigga, me and Yak Gotti talk on the phone probably maybe once a month. When he called his mama and them. So I done a turkey giveaway with Yak Gotti's and mother and Thug and them. So I'm dealing with Woody on a business level. But even though I'm dealing with him on a business level, my friends is catching backlash. Man, why you with that nigga Charleston and he with that nigga Woody? So what I noticed is everywhere he go, he got a bunch of niggas. Every time we doing business or doing something, homie, he got 10, 15, 20 niggas with him. Yeah. So that's what I'm like, man, nigga, I ain't that kind of nigga.
I like women around me.
Man, I'm gonna keep a broad with me, my nigga. I'm gonna keep a broad with me, my nigga. I'm a real player, nigga. I ain't no gangster. So
even when I was in the club,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You and your lady. Yeah. So I tried to get past that, but nigga, when you show up with 6 niggas,
I don't trust 6
and
niggas.
every time I see you, you got a bunch of niggas. So
You don't think y'all can fix it?
No.
Sit down and fix it. Let's get this money.
It ain't nothing to fix because the money ain't stopped. There's nothing me and
Let's
him
get more money.
Well, it's no more money we can get because here's the thing. He's only good at 20 versus 2s. So the network is saying he's oversaturating himself because he done 30, 20 versus 1.
Okay.
You see what I mean? So the network's saying, hey, hold up. I know you getting some money. We got a bigger bag for a network show. You two guys is comedy gold. Let's put y'all in the house like a Flavor Love TV kind of setup.
Because y'all really hit on that.
Man,
like
so
y'all was really funny.
Yeah, so they trying to get him to scale back. So I don't really do 20 versus 1s. You know what I'm saying? So I hadn't been doing them since the fan bus. So I normally hadn't been doing them, but they offered me the kind of money that a nigga can't refuse. so that would make me start that good. So listen, yeah. I made $85,000 off doing 20 versus 2 with that nigga. 25. And so what I did, I signed the contract to say, okay, he might not, but I ain't gonna do no more 20 versus 2.
Yeah.
Because I want in on the show. So I signed the contract where I don't do 20 versus 2 with nobody.
Damn, I didn't know those things were paying that much. Wow, they're paying those content creators, I guess, a decent amount.
A young guy by the name of AD out of Naptown, out of Indianapolis. He booked me 5 figures. Yeah, 5 figures. He booked me $30K. Little nigga, mama gave him 50, however he got it, but he give me $30,000 to come do a 20 versus 1 in Naptown, in Indianapolis. So I'm saying, homie, this is becoming too redundant. They're gonna run this in the ground. let's change the name versus 20 versus 1 and give it a new concept for you and your city. Let's call it meet and greet in that town.
Yeah.
That way it changes. It changes.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah. And so it was something totally different.
Kind of remind me of Pop the Balloon.
Yeah.
It's 1,000 of them.
Yeah. So we did the meet and greet and added some more elements to it where we actually went out on a date with the girls afterward and captured the behind the scenes footage, all this at the club. So kid blew his channel up, monetized in a couple of days because of that. So while I'm there, I'm saying, hey Woody, I'm gonna get you a booking up here too. Say, talk to him, little homie. Come do your meet and greet up here. And that'll put you on hold. That'll hold you off. Let's talk to this network because they got a show for you. Yeah. Everybody around him broke. So they keep pushing him to do 20 versus 1, 20 versus 1, 20 versus 1. Because they eating off it. Everybody getting a percentage. Yeah. And I'm saying, hey, nigga, listen. You ain't got to give none of this TV money. I got to set up for you. The manager they're mad because they want part of the TV money too. She used to work for me. She used to be my publicist. But I fired her, and she was my best friend. But the bitch didn't know nothing. Yeah. So I signed the contract. Hey, I ain't doing no more 20 versus 2s. I'm committed to this. So I signed the contract. He didn't sign the contract. They wrote him out the script. So once they wrote him out the script, he been lying on me. Yeah, nigga been lying on me. So if anybody know my character, I don't participate in robberies. I damn sure ain't gonna go buy no. I don't even know where to get no Apple tracker to put in a nigga car. And then I ain't riding no nigga car like that to put these no tracker in no nigga car. So yeah, once he started doing that, I said, oh man, he a lying motherfucker. And he'll kill you. He a liar, killer, and a thief. That nigga broken nut car. That's how I said, yeah. So I remember him telling me the look. I heard him talk about a lot of things. But he specifically told me how nut mom and daddy be looking at him in trial. And that offended him. And I'm saying, nigga, you killed their son. Yeah. She said, everybody else be smiling in that court, but they don't be smiling. I'm like, nigga, you killed their son. So we was at the Blue Flame, and the Blue Flame was in Bankhead, where all the Woody enemies in. So this the first time I've done a 20 versus 2 with him. Nigga, I'm in Atlanta all the time, homie. Blue Flame, Magic City, Onyx, Strokers. Nigga, I'm in all. Say, I'm finna have Woody come up here. No, you ain't. Nigga, what you mean? This nigga sitting back with their arm folded, just looking. And my nigga Oye saying, man, that's normally my nigga. He come shake my hand. This nigga feeling some kind of way about me doing this 20. You know what I'm saying? Not that I'm scared, but nigga, you can tell.
Yeah, you just self-aware.
Say, homie, you can. And then they got a bunch of Chicago people there that night. So the DJ, normally the DJ, hey man, we got Charleston in the house. There ain't none of that tonight. Cause everybody in Atlanta mad I'm fucking with this nigga. So there ain't none of that. Hey man, we got Charleston. It ain't none of that on the microphone. Them Chicago niggas, shit, Chicago, they playing kids. So I'm saying, nigga, they fucking with me. But nigga, ain't nobody normally nigga come shake hands. Nigga, they just looking. So the nigga say he finna have Woody come up here. Nigga, what? No, you ain't my nigga. I fuck.
You know, saying the N-word so much is like, to me, I've never liked it. I really wish that we could just delete that word. I think it's not good for nobody to say it.
Fuck with Woody over there, how I fuck with it, nigga. I do that, but nigga, I don't mix this together, my nigga. Yeah. So, the next day I tell Woody, say, man, that nigga was wrong for telling you to come up here, homie. Ain't no telling what would happen. Oh, nigga, I don't give a damn. I'll come up there and hurt. So he's still gangster. Yeah. I'm saying, nah, I can't walk with this nigga. Can't really hurt people. And then, nigga, they love Nut in Atlanta. So when he told me about Nut, mom, and daddy, that's always in the back of my mind as I'm dealing with him. Yeah. That's always in the back of my mind, homie, that nigga, you killed Nut. And nigga, Atlanta love Nut. Atlanta, and they love Thug. So the nigga who did that, I get on his ass. I said, homie, you don't even know this nigga, homie. You clout chasing. What you mean I'm clout chasing? You met this nigga through me, right? Yeah. Homie, why you drop it? Now don't do that, my nigga. This nigga it's gonna be a shootout if you do that. But you ain't no street nigga. You a weenie. But nigga, don't mix this, homie. Yeah. So the next day I didn't hear from that nigga no more. Never seen him again. Next thing you know, him and Woody making interviews about it.
I thought that I figured, I don't know, man. Because again, I seen the 20v1, and then next thing you know, I seen some back and forth. So I'm thinking it's just all content. You know what I'm saying?
It was.
It's all content. Hey,
Well,
they get into the money.
well, it's not no real beef. Nigga,
Right.
I made it content. I just made it content where me and him is into it.
Yeah.
Not us working together because it's only so much me and him can do. 20 versus 2, unless we go with this concept.
Yeah.
Nobody else has another concept for me and him.
Yeah.
I do comedy, I'm in movies, but for me and him to keep doing this together, we have to come do this with some writers. And other than that, it's gonna be 20 versus 2. So how many more 20 versus 2 can we do with these same girls? The same girls keep popping up there. They may have 1 or 2, 3 new girls every time.
Mm-hmm.
And then, nigga, these ain't no elite women. Nigga, these women coming with balls on their ass. Toes ain't done. Mismatched bra and panties. And all of them getting out of Ubers.
Yeah.
Ain't none of them driving cars. And they coming up with liquor in their hand. So no, this the bottom of the barrel. Yeah, no, nigga, these the ratchets. So how much more can you do that, homie, before I kill my brain?
Yeah.
So I don't want to be known just being a 20 versus 2 nigga. That's why I go be funny. That's why I take the funny, try to bring the Mac part to it. So, and then not only that, I got a contract with the fan bus where I do we do Mac school with them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Then we date my niece with Jessica. So I got all these different concepts that I'm doing. And I'm saying, boy, if me and this nigga go over here with these script writers, they already got something for us, homie. So yeah, but I still gotta tell myself, homie, there's backlash. And I'm in Atlanta all the time. It's backlash from me fucking with it. Cause I fuck with the real niggas. Yeah. And the real niggas love, I got you, man. Ain't nobody gonna fuck with you, man. You can't protect me. Nigga, I protect my own self. So he said, I know redemption. But what I wanted to show people is he really told, he really a killer, and he a real gangster. That's what the black community love. Remember, I showed up on the internet playing snitch.
Yeah.
I'll tell on you niggas. So what I've been saying even before now, black women, they love gangsters and homosexuals.
Mm-hmm.
They don't love a man. Black women in America.
That's crazy. I mean, whew.
Because most of their songs are either gay or gangster. Because gays and gangsters walk parallel together. That's why.
Insane. I mean, it's like gays and gangsters walk parallel to each other.
He and Shamar is so well beloved.
Oh yeah.
That's
Shamar
is the gay dude. Is the gay dude. Right? Yeah. So gay. So Woody, a real gangster killer who's known for killing.
He's done them with him too, right?
Yeah. So and black women love listen. And black women love it. And because black women love gangster niggas.
Yeah.
They want to have baby. They love nigga. Our black women love gangsters.
Yeah.
They don't love a straight. So the one guy with the balloon pop. He was I can't remember what it was, but he was a professional guy. All the women popped the balloon, and they got a lot of backlash because this guy had a career. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, I know what
you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, but all the women is fascinated about this gangster killer.
Mm-hmm.
They fascinated with the gay dude. So I've been saying, homie, listen, black women raise their sons to be the gangster or gay. They don't know how to raise them to be men.
The gangster gay. The gangster gay.
She's gonna push him to the opposite end of the spectrum because of who she is by emasculation. Yeah. So most gangsters are emasculated men. Most gangsters are emasculated men. That's why real gangsters rape other boys in prison.
You know, you think about that. Men in prison are supposedly some of the most toughest men around, right? Supposedly, men that are in prison are some of the most toughest or violent men around. Yet, they are pretty gay. I mean, it's like they are. I heard this this guy, he's pretty gay. He came out of prison saying that most of the men in prison, he said 80 to 90% of men are either the ones getting things done to them or the ones doing it. I don't. I mean, so that amazes me. Like, these are the men that's so tough. These men are so tough, yet they're pretty gay.
That's why prison rape comes from the gangster niggas. It ain't the weenies, it ain't the weak niggas, it's the gangsters who rape in prison. And they come home and play gangster again. Yeah. So homie, gangsters and gays, they go together. So that's why it's such a fascination with Shamar and Lil Woody, because we idolize killers. And he a real killer. So he got mad at me, my nigga, and I got mad at him. So this where the first split came.
Oh my God! Santino, today I'll be getting like tons of it. I'll be getting like tons of texts about like vote for Trump, vote for Kamala, oh, our bullshit rights. Like, seriously, how you get my number? God, I'll be getting like, I was like, where's all these texts coming from? What are these texts? I don't get so many texts during the day. Constant texts. Vote, 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 vote. God damn it. I've never gotten so many in any of other election. Why is this one so? It is.
I said, man, y'all gotta remember, Woody a real killer. Don't y'all forget that. He got victims. He was still on the stand when I was saying that. So he did the Adam 22 interview where he said, me and Charleston was talking about me. Well, nigga, I've been calling your phone for 3 days. You couldn't have picked up and said, say, man, I ain't like that interview, money. He went to Adam No Jumper 22 to air his differences out with me.
Yeah, I don't understand that, because
he went to Adam No Jumper. So that's what
my thing is, like, if I'm not gonna go to Adam 22 to talk shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I have the man, I don't know.
No, homie, then you went to a white man platform. You went to a white man platform and speaking again. So that's when I knew he wasn't my kind of nigga. When he did that, nigga, that's when I know, wow, nigga, bitch ass nigga, you gonna go to the white, and I told that nigga. So we did another 20 versus 2 after that.
I mean, like, this is, you know what? This is a thing where I think Kamala is gonna win. I think Kamala is gonna win. Why? Because I see her money has more reach. Like, if you actually look at the donation, Kamala's donation, like how much she's been bankroll, it dwarfs Donald Trump's. Like, Google, Microsoft, all these big companies are giving her. Like, I saw this kind of like graph with how much donation money Kamala Harris is getting, how much Trump is getting. Boy, they are trying to really push Kamala. So, like, I see so many like YouTube commercials for her. Like Texas, like, she must have been spending money for that shit. So much advertisement for her. Yeah. I think they're gonna win. Just because they have so much more reach, so much more people see messages of hers than I think Donald Trump. So mark my word, I think she's going to win. And I think because of that, I think because she has more money, more donated money, that's why she's winning. Not because of anything she says. She has more donated money. So, yeah, I think that's it. This is it. I'm sorry. This live might be kind of boring for you guys. There's these 2 podcasts that I wanted to watch. I didn't see them, so I didn't check them out beforehand. But I wanted to check them out. They didn't say a whole lot or do a whole lot for me to react to. So I'm sorry, but you're watching along with me. This is how a lot of times, if I watch something, I wanted to check it out, hoping that, there might be some good discussion points. But if they're not, they're not. I mean, like I said, I didn't watch these things beforehand. I just wanted to check them out. I did like the ending, what he said. Gangsters and gays, they go together. And women produce and love the thugs, and they love the gays. So, I don't know. I thought that was interesting. So that made me want to check out the whole podcast. But there was a whole lot for me to react to, and that's the thing. This is why I don't necessarily watch a whole lot of the podcasts, a whole lot of the videos on the YouTube, unlike the video or the short clips on TikToks, because I don't know what the podcast videos would be about. So I don't know if I'm going to react to something or if I have an opinion on anything. So that's kind of hard. Yeah, that's difficult. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm sorry if tonight's live stream was a little bit boring, because there wasn't a whole lot for me to talk about. Because, like I said, they didn't say a whole lot for me to have much of an opinion on. Because I don't have an opinion on every single thing, But I mean, if you guys enjoyed watching the clips or the podcast, might not be something new, something different. It's like a watch along. I like to do that sometimes. If I'm gonna watch it, why not watch it with me? My brothers, my the people who enjoy my shit, watching things along with me, company. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed my other videos. Please check out my other stuff. Okay, there's so many other videos that I have. I think they're good. I think they're amazing. So check them out. I hope you guys like them. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the love. You guys are amazing. Yeah. Yeah. Later, guys. Oh, and thank you, Santino, for stopping by. Mike, Abdul, Bruce, Tensa, Romy. Thank you guys for stopping by. Yep. Later, guys.